When I looked closely at the lives of Japan's oldest doctors, some of whom practiced medicine well into their 90s and lived past 100, I noticed something extraordinary. It wasn't expensive treatments, miracle pills, or complicated routines that gave them strength. What they followed was far simpler: a handful of daily foods, drinks, and habits that supported the body's natural healing power. And the foundation of it all was not even food, it was a habit, a way of eating and living that protected their health from the inside out. That habit is what I want to share with you first. Before we continue, let me ask you, where are you watching from? I'd love to know which part of the world you're tuning in from. And also, what's one healthy habit you never skip in your daily routine? Share it with us in the comments below. Number 6, daily slow, mindful eating, hara hachibu. In Okinawa, home to some of the world's longest living people, elders follow a principle called hara hachibu, which means eat until you are 80% full. One of Japan's oldest physicians described it this way: leave space in your stomach for tomorrow. A heavy stomach makes for a heavy life. This practice isn't about what foods are on the plate, it's about how you eat them. Japanese elders eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and pause often. They respect the rhythm of the body instead of rushing through meals or eating until they can't take another bite. Stopping before fullness protects the digestive system. When the stomach isn't overloaded, digestion runs smoothly, energy is preserved, and nutrients are absorbed more effectively. Compare that to the bloating, fatigue, and sluggishness many seniors feel after overeating. Those are signs that the digestive system is overworked. But the benefits of this habit go even deeper. Eating less reduces oxidative stress, lowers inflammation, and balances insulin and blood sugar levels. Modern studies show that calorie moderation is linked to longer lifespan and lower risk of age-related diseases like diabetes, heart problems, and stroke. The Japanese didn't need science to prove it. They practiced it for centuries and saw the results in their own long lives. This habit also protects mental clarity. Overeating draws blood away from the brain toward the stomach, making you tired and foggy. Seniors who eat lightly stay sharper, more focused, and more energetic well into their later years. I once sat with a Japanese woman who was 97 years old and still planting vegetables in her garden every day. When I asked her what she believed kept her so strong, she said something so simple: "I never let myself be full. I like to rise from the table knowing I can move, bend, and walk easily." Her words carried wisdom. She wasn't counting calories, nor did she need a doctor to tell her how much to eat. She listened to her body, and because of that, she stayed light, mobile, and joyful even as her peers grew weaker. Another elderly man, also in Okinawa, explained, "When you stop eating before you are full, you are telling your body, 'I respect you. I will not burden you.'" Imagine the power of living each day with that simple respect for your body. How to practice this habit yourself. Chew thoroughly. Digestion begins in the mouth. Chewing well helps your stomach work less and signals the brain when you're satisfied. Pause mid-meal. Put down your utensils for a moment. Breathe. Ask yourself, am I truly still hungry or am I eating out of habit? Notice satisfaction, not fullness. You want to feel light, comfortable, and energized, not heavy or stuffed. Create calm around food. Japanese elders rarely eat while standing, rushing, or watching TV. A calm setting allows your body to digest peacefully. Leave space. Eating until you are 80% full may feel unusual at first, but it creates energy for living, moving, and healing. Before we talk about foods and drinks, we must start here. Even the healthiest foods can become harmful if eaten in excess or swallowed too quickly. Longevity begins not only with what you eat, but how you eat. Hara hachibu is the daily discipline that ensures food remains medicine instead of a burden. The first secret of Japan's oldest doctors is not a food, not a drink, but a habit. Slow, mindful eating, stopping before you feel full. This small act relieves your body of stress, prevents disease, and allows you to live light and strong into your later years. Number 5, green tea, the daily drink of longevity. When I spent time studying the daily lives of Japan's oldest doctors, I noticed something they all had in common: green tea. Morning, afternoon, and sometimes even after dinner, a small cup of warm green tea was part of their routine. To them, it wasn't just a drink. It was a medicine, a ritual, and a way of caring for the body every single day. Green tea has been consumed in Japan for centuries, and for good reason. It is rich in catechins, particularly EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, one of the most powerful antioxidants known. These compounds fight oxidative stress, the damage caused by free radicals that contributes to aging, inflammation, and disease. When your cells are protected from oxidative damage, your risk of heart disease, cancer, and even dementia is dramatically reduced. Green tea doesn't just protect the body at the cellular level. It also supports circulation by keeping blood vessels flexible, reducing dangerous clotting, and improving cholesterol balance. For seniors, whose arteries naturally stiffen with age, this is critical. Japanese elders who drink green tea regularly have some of the lowest rates of heart disease and stroke in the world. Another unique benefit is its gentle energy. Unlike coffee, which spikes the nervous system and often causes jitters, green tea contains both caffeine and L-theanine, an amino acid that calms the mind while sharpening focus. Seniors who drink green tea often describe feeling alert but peaceful, energized but not overstimulated. This balance protects the heart and nervous system while supporting clear thinking and mental clarity. I remember speaking with a 94-year-old Japanese doctor who still enjoyed working in his clinic a few hours each morning. He told me, "My secret is simple: green tea every day. It keeps my mind awake, but my heart calm." He laughed as he poured me a small cup, saying, "Coffee makes you rush, but tea makes you endure." His vitality was proof of that wisdom. Another elderly woman I met shared that her favorite ritual was sitting quietly with her husband after dinner, sipping warm tea. She said it gave her body peace, helped her digest, and reminded her that health is found not in rushing, but in slowing down to care for yourself. How you can use green tea daily. Start with 1 to 2 cups a day. That's enough to enjoy the benefits without overdoing caffeine. Choose high-quality loose-leaf tea instead of sugary bottled versions. The purer the tea, the more antioxidants it contains. Sip it slowly, not in a rush. Let it be both nourishment and relaxation. Avoid drinking it late at night if you are sensitive to caffeine, though many elders enjoy a small weak brew even in the evenings. Green tea is more than hydration, it's protection. It reduces inflammation, supports heart and brain health, and offers calm alertness. Combined with mindful eating, it creates the foundation for a long, energetic life. Green tea is not just a drink, it's daily medicine for the heart, the brain, and the spirit. No wonder Japan's oldest doctors sipped it every single day. Number 4, miso soup, fermented drink for daily cleansing and strength. The second drink that Japan's oldest doctors often recommend may surprise you because it's not always thought of as a drink in the Western sense. But in Japan, it is sipped daily, sometimes even at breakfast, and it works like a warm elixir for the gut, blood vessels, and immune system. That drink is miso soup. Made from fermented soybeans, barley, or rice, miso is dissolved into warm water or broth, creating a light, savory soup that is more than just food. It's a living medicine. For centuries, Japanese doctors and healers have encouraged their patients to drink miso soup daily, and modern science is now confirming why this simple tradition supports longevity. The secret of miso lies in fermentation. During fermentation, beneficial bacteria are created that act as probiotics. These probiotics strengthen the gut microbiome, which is essential for absorbing nutrients, producing certain vitamins, and protecting the immune system. For seniors, whose digestion often weakens with age, this makes miso soup a gentle and effective way to restore balance. But miso soup doesn't stop there. It's also rich in isoflavones, antioxidants, and essential minerals that protect blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Japanese elders who drink miso regularly have healthier arteries and lower risks of strokes compared to many other populations. The natural salts in miso are balanced with minerals, making it different from processed table salt. It supports circulation rather than harming it when taken in moderation. Miso also aids in detoxification. After World War II, Japanese doctors observed that communities consuming daily miso had lower rates of radiation-related illness. Researchers later confirmed that miso contains compounds that help the body flush out toxins and protect cells from damage. This is one reason it became a cornerstone of their preventive medicine. I remember meeting an elderly Japanese doctor who explained, "My day does not begin until I drink my miso soup." He believed it cleared his system, prepared his digestion, and gave him steady energy for the day ahead. At nearly 100 years old, he still walked to his clinic and attended to patients with calm vitality. Another woman in her late 80s shared that miso soup was her comfort drink. She said, "It warms my body and makes me feel strong again." For her, it wasn't just about nutrients, it was about the ritual of starting the day with something healing, simple, and grounding. How you can use miso. Choose unpasteurized miso when possible, as it contains live probiotics. Dissolve miso in warm, not boiling water to preserve the beneficial bacteria. Add vegetables, seaweed, or tofu for extra nutrition, though the base miso broth itself is healing. Drink a small bowl daily, especially in the morning or midday, to support digestion and circulation. Miso soup is more than nourishment. It is a daily ritual of cleansing, strengthening, and balancing the body. For seniors, it provides the probiotics to heal the gut, the antioxidants to protect the heart, and the minerals to fuel steady energy. So remember this. Miso soup is not just a traditional Japanese drink, it is daily medicine for digestion, immunity, and long-lasting vitality. Number 3, seaweed, nature's mineral treasure of the sea. When we talk about the daily diet of Japan's longest living elders, seaweed cannot be ignored. It may look humble, but it's one of the most nutrient-packed foods on the planet. Japanese communities in Okinawa and coastal regions consume seaweed almost daily, and research has shown it plays a major role in their extraordinary health and longevity. Seaweed is like a multivitamin straight from the ocean. It contains high levels of iodine for thyroid health, magnesium for muscle and nerve function, calcium for strong bones, and iron for energy and oxygen flow in the blood. Seniors who eat seaweed regularly are less likely to suffer from fatigue, brittle bones, or metabolic disorders because this one food provides minerals that many modern diets lack. But it doesn't stop there. Seaweed also contains fucoidins, compounds that have been studied for their ability to reduce inflammation, strengthen immunity, and even slow the growth of harmful cells. Its soluble fiber supports gut health and helps balance cholesterol levels, while its antioxidants protect against oxidative stress, which accelerates aging. For seniors, seaweed offers something especially important: vascular protection. The natural compounds in seaweed keep arteries supple, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of dangerous clots. This is one reason why Japan, where seaweed is a dietary staple, has significantly lower rates of heart disease and stroke compared to many Western countries. How to use it daily. Add nori sheets as a wrap for rice or vegetables. Use wakame in soups and salads. It softens quickly in hot water. Place a strip of kombu in cooking water for beans or grains to infuse minerals. Sprinkle dried seaweed flakes over vegetables or soups like a seasoning. Even 2 or 3 small servings per week can boost mineral intake. But Japanese elders often enjoy it daily in small amounts, which is what makes the difference. Number 2, soybeans, fermented and natural forms. Soy is another cornerstone of the Japanese diet, but it is consumed in its traditional, natural, and often fermented forms, not as the processed soy products we see in supermarkets today. Foods like tofu, miso, and natto have been staples for centuries, each offering unique health benefits that support long life. Among these, natto stands out. This sticky, fermented soybean dish may look unusual, but it is one of the most powerful functional foods in the world. Natto contains an enzyme called nattokinase, which helps naturally thin the blood and prevent the formation of dangerous clots. For seniors, this is critical because strokes and heart attacks are often caused by sudden clot formation. By keeping the blood flowing smoothly, natto acts like a daily safeguard for the circulatory system. Soybeans also contain isoflavones, plant-based compounds that mimic natural estrogen in a gentle way. For older women, these compounds support hormonal balance, reduce the risk of osteoporosis, and help maintain bone density. For men and women alike, isoflavones protect blood vessels and may lower the risk of hormone-related cancers when consumed in natural forms. Tofu, another soy-based staple, provides easily digestible protein that helps preserve muscle mass in seniors. Unlike heavy animal proteins, tofu is light on the stomach, but still nourishing, making it perfect for older adults who may struggle with digestion. How to use it daily. Natto can be eaten over rice, often mixed with mustard, soy sauce, or chopped onions. Tofu can be added to soups, stir-fries, or steamed dishes for protein without heaviness. Soy milk, unsweetened, can be used as a dairy alternative, though fermented forms remain the most beneficial. Miso, which we covered earlier, is both a drink and a seasoning, supplying beneficial bacteria and minerals. The key difference is fermentation. When soy is fermented, it becomes far easier to digest. Its nutrients are unlocked, and its protective compounds are enhanced. This is why Japan's elders rely on these forms of soy rather than modern processed versions. Seaweed and soy often appear in the same meals in Japan, creating a synergy of minerals, probiotics, and plant compounds. Together, they protect the thyroid, balance hormones, strengthen bones, support blood circulation, and provide clean plant-based protein. These foods are not exotic luxuries in Japan. They are everyday staples. That consistency is what matters. A little seaweed in soup, a spoonful of natto over rice, a piece of tofu in miso broth, small habits that build up over decades to create resilience, strength, and vitality that lasts well into the 90s and even past 100. Seaweed and soybeans are not just foods. They are the quiet protectors of Japanese longevity. They supply minerals, plant compounds, and probiotics that keep the body balanced, the arteries clear, and the bones strong. Number 1, sweet potatoes, the longevity superfood. When I think about the diets of the oldest Japanese doctors and the elders of Okinawa, those who routinely live well into their 90s and even past 100, there is one food that stands out as a true foundation of their health: sweet potatoes. For generations, these were not just an occasional side dish, they were the staple food, eaten daily in different forms. Sweet potatoes are nature's perfect package of nutrition for aging bodies. They provide a slow and steady release of energy, unlike refined white rice or bread, which spike blood sugar and then leave you drained. That slow energy helps seniors stay active throughout the day without sudden fatigue. They are also incredibly rich in fiber, which supports digestion, lowers cholesterol, and feeds the beneficial bacteria in the gut. A healthy gut doesn't just improve digestion, it strengthens the immune system and improves nutrient absorption from every other food you eat. But perhaps most importantly, sweet potatoes are loaded with potassium and magnesium, minerals essential for controlling blood pressure, balancing electrolytes, and keeping muscles and nerves functioning smoothly. Low potassium levels are linked with fatigue, weakness, and even irregular heartbeat, all problems that become more common with age. Sweet potatoes replenish what the body needs in the most natural way. And we can't forget about beta-carotene, the bright orange pigment that the body turns into vitamin A. This antioxidant protects the eyes, strengthens the skin, and reduces inflammation at the cellular level, slowing down the silent processes that accelerate aging. In Okinawa, sweet potatoes were often boiled, steamed, or baked and eaten alongside greens, soy-based foods, and seaweed. Simple meals, but filled with strength. Researchers studying these elders found that their high intake of sweet potatoes was one of the main reasons they maintained low rates of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity, diseases that cut lives short in many other parts of the world. For seniors today, adding sweet potatoes regularly, whether roasted with herbs, steamed, or even mashed, offers a powerful and practical way to fuel the body, protect the heart, and keep muscles strong. This is the Japanese formula for longevity. Not magic, not medicine, just consistent daily choices. And here's the truth I want you to remember. Longevity is built in the small, quiet moments. It's built when you choose miso soup instead of processed food, when you drink green tea instead of sugary soda, when you walk outside instead of sitting another hour in front of the television. And yes, even when you enjoy the humble sweet potato instead of refined bread or pastries. The message from Japan's oldest doctors is simple. Eat these foods, drink these drinks, practice this habit, do it every day, and your body will reward you with strength, clarity, and years of life. So tomorrow, when you prepare your meal or pour your tea, remember this wisdom. Longevity is not about adding more years at the end. It's about filling every year with more life. And by following these timeless practices, you can move toward a healthier, stronger, and more vibrant future, one that carries you with vitality, perhaps even to 100 and beyond.